Let me just, is that better? Excellent. Praiseworthy, it's an adjective. It means approval and admiration. An example is Mother Teresa's praiseworthy. Oops, someone's got the echo. Can you hear me? Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah. So an example is Mother Teresa's praiseworthy efforts won many hearts worldwide. I will encourage everyone to please use the word of the day. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Lee. Praiseworthy is a really good word. And it's praiseworthy that we are distinguished club now. So again, a round of applause. Praiseworthy for each and every member of this club that we are distinguished. We start with the PIE. The PIE is prepared speeches, impromptu speaking, and evaluations. So the first part is the prepared speeches, and we have two speeches in the meeting today, which is one from Fatima and the other one from John. In terms of Fatima's speech, the evaluator is Arthur is not here, so Nora has kindly taken up the role on very short notice. So huge round of applause to Nora for doing that. And Nora, can you please tell us what the objectives of the speech for Fatima is? Thank you very much.
Yes, just sorry, give me a second here. For the objection, so Fatima's speech is called My Mentoring Experience. It's going to be 5 to 7 minutes, and the purpose of this project is for her to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for her to share some aspect of her previous experience as a protege, and then I will be looking at a time when the member is a protege, maybe a time from his or her life, and she may discuss any aspect of that experience. And this generally the speech should not be reported introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, but more about Fatima's experiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nora. Again, very praiseworthy that you just took up the speech evaluator role so quickly. Thank you so much. With a speech entitled My Mentoring Experience, please welcome Fatima to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This speech needs praiseworthy to all of our club members. Well done. I echo our President Shomesh, saying thanks to all our members for achieving such. Within that short 2 months, we have done excellent work. Thank you so much. Now, I try to reflect back where I had the experience of mentors. There are two main people that I can say I could give praiseworthy, even my mouthful to say that. It's a word that explains how we can praise and appreciate our mentors. When I was working in gender ministry as a deputy minister, that was in 2010, I had a minister. She was my friend. She was my top command, but she was also my mentor. Why I'm saying this is in life, all the years that from as a child that I grew up until to that level when I became a professional, I had people who helped me to up my skills and to learn from them. But she was a person who guided me. When I had so many cases of children who were suffering, or people with disabilities, elderly, all these cases came to me, under me, which I was overseeing. And it was a time that was really tough and challenging, but she was there. And because I am a person that came from the social sector, there was pressure from the political parties asking me to join their political events, their political party. My ministers told me, you don't have to worry about what you can do, but think how you can serve to the most needy, vulnerable groups. Ladies and gentlemen, you may meet lots of people in your life, but there are a few people that can push you and encourage you to be who are you. After we in the Maldives in 2012, there was a coup, and I told her, this is a crucial moment. What should I do? She said, it's up to you. If you want to be in that position as a deputy minister, you can be, because you're a person that other people respects and you won't have any problems. But I resigned because she was not going to be there. And last year, when I came to Malaysia for the past 2 years, I have been here. And when I came here, I met my second mentor, who became my key second mentor, PQD. Now, under PQD, Program Quality Director, we have 10 members. And every day I talk to my PQD regarding every matter, because I'm the Pathways Chair for the current term. And as I progressed over the past 2 years, I learned so much. Before as a deputy minister, I had staff who helped me. But now, as Pathways Chair, I had to do everything on my own. And when COVID happened, technically, I had to organize events. I didn't know even how to create breakout rooms. He was so patient with me. He would always ask, what do you want to know? If you want to know anything, just ask. This was the kind of help he offered me. And this is one thing he always said, as humans, we make lots of problems, we meet problems, we have challenges, but if you have a supporting network of people to guide you, to mentor you, and it's been my experience, I wouldn't be here today if it were not that support that held my hand to guide me. I can't give you specific examples of being how I had a mentoring session, because there is so much learning that happened. But what I can say is mentoring is from the experience of a member guiding somebody else to reach a high level. And that's been my learning. From somebody who knew nothing technical and leading bigger teams, I have learned so much over the past 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, being mentoring, I didn't want to define what is mentoring, because all of us here as Advanced Club, we know that, but I wanted to emphasize what Somesh said, that we present unity as a club, and we need to work together and provide that kind of support mechanism. As mentors, we can provide as well. So if you want to help, please help. And to end my note and my presentation, I would say that, ladies and gentlemen, We have a bigger event on 18th April, but we call Pathways Fest. So you are welcome to help us and be a mentor. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much for the great speech in terms of your mentoring experience. It was great to know more about you through this speech. Now we come to the second speech of this meeting, which is by John, and evaluator is Madhu. I would like to invite Madhu to please give us the objectives of this speech's evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you, Yamuni. Good evening, Toastmasters. The speaker is attempting the speech for high performance leadership, first speech. The purpose statement, the purpose of the project is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. So all the best to the speaker, Toastmaster John, over to Yamuni.
Thank you very much, Madhu, for giving us the objectives of the speech. I haven't seen the title of the speech, but it is a leadership project. So on the leadership project, please welcome John to please speak about the leadership project.
Fellow Toastmasters, we all get there, or we've all been there, and that's our level 5 in our pathways. And in our level 5 on our pathways, you'll come across the HPL, the High Performance Leadership. This is my EC, Effective Coach. There is a manual, and you can see how thick the manual is to actually do this level at the HPL. So there's a lot to do on it. And the first criteria is to get a guidance committee. I think I took the easy way out because I got the pathway chair, which happens to be my wife, as one of my guidance committee members. And I took 2 of my members from my club. I've had a couple of meetings already with them to actually go through the bits and pieces of my vision and the planning stage. And this is my first speech, because there are 2 speeches, one speech before, and then one speech will be after the event. So my guidance committee, there was, as I said, there's 2 meetings, and the vision was to educate the members in all the pathways. Now, this has been mentioned by Fatima already, is called a Pathway Fest. And it starts around 9 o'clock in the morning and goes on till about 6 in the evening, towards the evening. And over that period of time, every pathway, every project will be talked about, from level 1s all the way up to level 5s. Now, over the course of that day, it'd be too much for just one organizing chair. So there are actually 3 organizing chairs. I happen to be the 3rd, which is at the end of the day, which is 3:15 to 5:30. And my area that I'm looking at is the level 4s and the level 5s, the top half of the level 4s and the level 5s, to go through all those in 2.5 hours. Now, it may seem a lot to go through all that, but it's split into 2 rooms. So we've got 2 breakout rooms. Now, because I've got 2 breakout rooms, I need 2 sets of teams. So I need a Zoom master, I needed an SAA, a Toastmaster, and also a timer. Yeah. Thankfully, a lot of my friends, Lee being one of them, has come up as one of the Toastmasters. So it makes it a lot easier because I know a lot more people. And I've got all the members for my 2 teams. They're up and ready. I am now looking for speakers. Apart from myself, that will be doing some speakers on the level 5s. We need speakers, credited speakers that know what they're talking about on level 5 and level 4s. And we're looking all around the world to actually find those speakers. So it does take a lot of time and effort to actually find them. At the moment, I've got 3 speakers in my slot, well, 4 speakers in my slot, and I can actually use him if necessary to do another project, because I'm doing 2 projects on that day. So the mission, as I say, the mission is to demonstrate all these pathways. And we're doing it by demonstrations, we're doing it by workshops, we're doing it by presentations and panel discussions all across that day. So we're looking, as I said, looking for people to teach. And this is what will happen on the day. And this is as we already said, is the 18th of April. So if you want to come along, you can always come in the morning. If you want to do the level 1s, come in the afternoon for your level 2s and 3s, and come at the evening or 3 o'clock onwards to look at the 4s and 5s. You can come on the whole day, or you can come in anytime you like on each individual one. This is going to go on. My next speech after this will be done the end of April, and that will be the finish of my level 5 in effective coaching. So if you feel you'd like to do a speech, because during the day, we will have getting people to actually speak and be evaluated, and then they can actually pass some of their actual projects on that day. So it's not just us talking, it's going to be proactive as much as possible. We want to get the people in the audience, the members, to actually relate to us and come back at us, because there's always questions and answers at any time, which will be looked out for from the SAS to actually give to the speakers. So we want it to be a lot more proactive. So it's going to be a great day. We can't give you lunch or anything, but come along and have a look and have a good time and learn more about pathways. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Sean. It's great to know about your plan for the high performance leadership project. I forgot one thing after the first speech. As a club, we want to give direct feedback to both the speakers. So I would request the timer to please give us 2 minutes so that each one of us can give feedback to both Fatima and John, private feedback through the chat. Let's give 2 minutes, Rock. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rock. Hope you had enough time to give feedback to Fatima and John. Now we go to the second part of the meeting, which is our impromptu speaking. And we have the topics master of the day today, Rosie, to give us those topics. Welcome, Rosie. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day, Biti and Somesh. Okay, are you all ready for our round of table topic, thinking on your feet, right? Okay, actually, any one of you ever heard of this zero-based thinking? Zero-based thinking. When I first heard about it, and I thought that I want to share it because I think it's something like for us to reflect. It's known as Kwink, Kwink. That means knowing what I know now. Is there anything that I am doing today that I wouldn't get into again today if I had to do it over again? So it's just like reflecting back so that we will not be in that situation again. Maybe we can share among ourselves. All right, so the first question is for Kathy. Are you ready, Kathy?
Sure.
All right, Kathy, is there any relationship that you wouldn't get into again today, knowing what you know now? Is there any relationship that you wouldn't get into again today, knowing what you know now? Kathy?
That's interesting. I don't know why ready. I would probably say, I know that's an interesting question, and I know that we frequently have relationships that we get into that perhaps we shouldn't have. But I also think that the people and the things that happen in our life also were put people, whether it's friends, a romantic relationship, or just experiences, those things were put into our life for a reason. You know, yes, we can have painful experiences, but we also grow from those experiences as we go through them. It would be easy to say you don't want the pain, but frequently that pain can also be a growing experience at the same time. I know that sounds odd that you would want to avoid the pain, but in the long term, many of the experiences and the people, even the less than positive people, they actually provide an opportunity for growth. So that would be my answer to this question. I know that's not quite, might not sound like the best answer, but I feel like every experience and every person brings us an opportunity, even if it's negative, brings us an opportunity for growth. So that will be my answer today.
Thank you. Great. Yes, there's some insight there. It's like a relationship that's bringing you growth. That is what you want. And so that you can have in the future thinking about that along the way, knowing what you know now. All right, second question will go to Maria, please. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Maria. Are there any products that you will not start offering or buying or selling again today, knowing what you know now? For example, you have bought something that knowing now that we will not buy again. Okay, Maria.
Yeah, thank you so much. Is my voice echoing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you are echoing.
Yeah, actually. Can you all hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Yeah, fine. So the question to your answer is, So actually, I have stopped buying many products in my life. So the first I would go with the cream, the face creams, which I usually buy. So in India, Fair and Lovely is very famous, and most of the families here, the young girls, they buy Fair and Lovely and different kinds of other beauty products. So I stopped buying all those things because I got to know the details that all those products contains chemical which is very harmful to our skin. So I've stopped buying all those things. I did a research on those products, what is there. And I got to know the research was very shocking because the amount of the certain items to be used in those products, which is too high, which is very, very harmful to skin. And also I have did a research on the shampoo products too. And I used to test the shampoo which I used to buy. So I got to know there in the shampoo products, the people are adding to bring the pH level to 5 to 6 with the chemicals. Naturally, it's not coming to 5 to 6. They are using chemicals. So the citric acid is used in that to bring the pH level to 5 to 6. It's not by the original products. So by seeing all these things, I was very much shocked because I have a daughter. I have to take care of her skin or hair. I have to do something for her. Then I started to study. I went to the L'Oreal Beauty Education Center and started to study and get to know about the products. And now I formulate the products. So, which is, though I'm not doing a big business, at least for my daughter's sake, I'm doing all this and I can see the difference. When I was using the products which is commercially sold, the beauty products or the shampoos, how the skin looked, and now there is totally a difference. So I've stopped buying all the commercial products, so which is sold, and I'm doing everything homemade now. So I think I can see a big difference in it, and absolutely it's a praiseworthy thing, I believe. So everybody, if they take a step and if they do some research on the products, what they are using, so they will have a clear insight of what to be used and what not to be. Over to you, to the topic masters.
Great. Yes, we learned something here that, after doing such as extensive research, we know that some of the big company may not be so praiseworthy in terms of the ingredients that they put in the products and could be endanger our life, and some can cause cancer. That is also what's happening to my daughter. She is studying medics, and then she told me there's a lot of paraben and whatnot. There are a lot in our consumer products. So that is some insight into us. So be careful. And now look what happened. Maria is now doing her own products from natural, which is much better. Right. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for that kind of insight for us to learn from you. And now let's hear from our guest, Kai Zuan. Is that how I pronounce your name?
Kai Ken.
All right. Will you be okay?
Don't be too tough.
All right. Okay. All right. How about this one? Is there any investment of time, money, or emotion? So you have three that you can choose: time, money, or emotion that you wouldn't make again today, knowing what you know now. Any time, investment of time, money, or emotion that you will not make again today, knowing what you know now. Kaizen.
Thank you, Tibet. Again, the topic is just about the investment of time, money, and emotion. Among three, which I would choose? I would choose investment of time to build my knowledge and myself so that I can work further for my career life. I have been quite a busy person some years ago when I work in bank, and day in, day out, like nobody, like very busy. And I have to work on Saturday, Sunday because it's a mobile sales job. So I don't follow the banking hours, but we have to work in weekends and after work just to convenience for the customers. So the work is like 24 hours standby for me. But after the kind of periods, I realized that something is missing. I feel that my mind is quite empty, although I have earned the money from my job, but I feel that I was stuck. I can't go further for the career growth because my job doesn't build me in terms of knowledge. I only work for that particular area. And I wonder if one day the bank suddenly just want to shut down the department, will I be able to enter another department? Will I be capable to handle the higher level of banking industry, the industry? So I started to build my knowledge, my other skill. I joined back Toastmaster in 2016 or 17. And slowly, I find that my time is more worthy. So among investment of time, money, or emotion, I will choose the investment of time to build my knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Aizwan. All right, that's great because that's what we are here about, Toastmasters. And from there, we can see that you know now that it is a good investment to be in here because all the things that we learn, the personal growth and all those kind of things. Yeah, investment in time and in the time that you are now with us. All right. Now, how about the next one? Maybe the last one to Anvita, since sorry, Anvita is general evaluator. Do we still have timer?
Probably getting pretty close.
All right. Okay, maybe that's where we end our table topic for today. All right, back to you, Toastmasters of the Day, Somesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Rosie, for the set of topics, which was based on zero-based thinking. I did not know about zero-based thinking until now. So thank you for introducing us to this new term, which is really interesting. Now we go to the third part of our meeting, which is the evaluation section. And for that, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Anvita, to please take the proceedings ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Somesh. I would now like to call our evaluator 1, Toastmaster Nora, to provide her evaluation.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Anvita. So I'm going to be evaluating Fatima's speech, my mentoring experience, and what I want to just my general comments. You excelled at really sharing your positive experiences with mentoring with the group. I've done this speech, and I have never actually had an effective mentor. I've had people reach out to me and say they want to mentor me and then completely disappear. So I was really appreciative that you actually had positive experiences because it can be really rare in mentoring. It doesn't always work out that way. And you also provided concrete experiences with mentoring. Sometimes we talk about it, but it gets very general. So that I really appreciated, especially talking about the 2012 coup and what you had, the decision you had to make, because it shows a sense of integrity that you have, that you resigned rather than go through that or work with that. So I was really, I thought that was a really powerful experience, Fatima, and thank you for sharing that with everybody. And then also, you know, you provided a really huge life experience that mentor helped you through. And then also with COVID and learning how to use Zoom and the breakout rooms, I thought it was a nice way to kind of show both sides of mentoring, because it doesn't have to be something, this major life decision. It can also be, hey, how do I navigate this? And then they step in and they do that with kindness. So I think that was a really great juxtaposition of mentoring experiences. And then I did think you might want to work on, Toastmasters does talk about defining mentoring. And I know you said you didn't want to do that, but I think you could then say Toastmasters defines it this way. I choose not to do that because X. So I think that would be a good way to tie it back into the Toastmaster structure. And then to challenge your speech, you might want to, if you were to give this speech again, you might want to talk about how you might want to mentor somebody. Like what would you do? Like how would you take the experiences you learned and mentor somebody else in that? I think that would be a really nice way to then tie that up and talk about giving back. But overall, great speech. Really always like to hear your experiences. It's really great to see it from a non-American perspective. So thank you.
Thank you, Nora, for your wonderful evaluation. Coming to what I loved about your evaluation, I loved that you personalized your evaluation. That is, you spoke about your own experience with mentoring, which you told was not so good. And you also had a very encouraging evaluation for the speaker when you said that her experience were very powerful, and you also related your evaluation to COVID. You spoke about COVID, you spoke about Zoom. And what I noticed is you were very lively while providing your evaluation. That is, you had your gestures, and I just loved it. It was just like a prepared speech with vocal modulation as well as with wonderful body language. I loved the suggestions you provided too. Coming to Toastmaster Fatima's speech, I loved how you gave depth to your characters. That is, you said that one of your mentor was a deputy minister and another of your mentor was a PQD. So this ensured that we knew some more details about your mentor. It was very well done. And I also loved your gestures. For example, when you showed as a child, grew, need-based, when you said skills, push, held your hand. So those gestures really enhanced your speech. And also loved your key message that if we have support, then life will be easier. That is certainly true. We should never hesitate to ask for help. Well done, Fatima, as well as Nora. Please give a big applause for both of them. Now, I would like to call our second evaluator for today, Toastmaster Madhu, to provide his evaluation. Toastmaster Madhu, are you there? Can you provide your evaluation, Madhu?
Sorry.
Madhu, are you there? Okay, looks like Madhu is having some net issues, is it?
I'm sorry, Anvita, I'm back.
Okay, Madhu, you can go on.
Sorry, there was network issues. Good evening, all Toastmasters. First of all, congratulations to the speaker, Toastmaster Jan. Actually, there was a network issues. I couldn't hear the properly, but the project you attempted today, that is leadership. The opening of your speech itself was very good, because no one knows what level of pathway you are attempting. So you clarified our doubts. That is a pathway level L5. And so we got the clarity on what kind of a speech you are going to give. About it is about the leadership style. Then you have shown the manual guidance of material. Then moreover, you clearly specified the vision and mission statement of your leadership. The vision, that is educate the members in all the pathways. So you clearly mentioned and you educated as what is the vision in your upcoming. And for every vision, so there should be a vision. It is like a goal setting, and to reach our goals, we should have the plan, what and all we need to do. In your speech, you clearly brought out what you are going to do, that you elaborated organizing the chairs and organizing the Zoom. So for organizing the Zoom and meetings, all those things, so you need a Zoom or Zoom master, Toastmasters, timer. Moreover, the speakers, that is very important. If there is a speaker, then all these the supporting, all these will come into picture. And to bring that speakers, you will put the effort to get the speakers in the Toastmasters club. And the educating, for the education, you need the mission. You have mentioned clearly the mission statement, that is there will be panel discussions in your speech. And for the L1 L2 level speeches, because the Toastmasters, we are attending the meetings from different Zooms, so you may conduct the meetings in as per their convenient time. And moreover, at the end of your speech, you concluded very well, that is proactive. Also get the members and make them comfortable, learn from them, and make them to learn all those things. And moreover, it should be need to make the comfortable, that is the proactive aspects. One recommendations I could give, that might be your speech, if it is in picturized, the PPT, then it would be very clearly could have mentioned your vision and mission, that can be conveyed to everyone. That would be one. Apart from that, nothing more. Overall, your speech impacted to all the Toastmasters, that is for everyone, for anything it may be. Apart from the speech, if there is a vision, there should be a clear mission to reach the vision. So thank you, and all the best to your upcoming speeches. Over to G.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Madhu. I like your honesty, because in the opening itself, you admitted that you missed some parts of your speech. I really loved your honesty. You just gave feedback on whatever you have heard, and that was very apt. I also love the fact that you opened your evaluation by speaking about the evaluation, or by speaking about the opening of the speech. That made your evaluation more structured. And also, I noticed that you gave your own perspective on the vision of his speech by telling that goal setting is extremely important. So by this, I got to know your perspective too. And in the end, I loved the way you summarized after giving recommendation. So overall, it was a nice evaluation. Coming to Toastmaster John's speech, as Madhu said, even I loved how you introduced your project, because personally, I haven't done HPL project. So this was like very educative to me. And I also loved the humorous aspect of your speech. When you showed the manual and when you told how thick it is, it was very dramatic and also very hilarious. And when you said that the Pathways chair is your wife, so it has been easier for you, that was also very funny. And I loved the fact that you even mentioned the timings when you were sharing your vision, that is from morning till evening 6. So that gave me a better view of your plan. And also I loved your strategy, that is dividing people into 2 breakout rooms and then giving them the session. And you also said that at the moment you had 4 speakers. So this gave some more depth to your entire plan. And also you said that your mission is to demonstrate. And I strongly believe that people learn more when something is there in front of their eyes. So it's been guaranteed to me that your plan and your vision is definitely going to be a success, because you're actively demonstrating. And your speech was so more motivating that people are volunteering in the chat to be part of your plan. So that showed that your speech has achieved its purpose. I enjoyed your speech. Please give a big round of applause to both the speaker and the evaluator, John and Madhu. I would now call our counter for today, Toastmaster Satya, to give his report.
Greetings, Toastmasters. Great day, great session, excellent speeches, evaluation, and the table topics. Excellent. Everything went on so well. I was very impressed, very praiseworthy speeches. I was trying to notice if there are more than 3 occasions where people have said, so, these kind of crush words. I could not find many, but however, let me suggest that I found in Nora more than 3 in Maria more than 3 so, and to some extent Madhu also used a word more than thrice. So with this, I finish my report. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya. Please give him a big round of applause. I love the strategy you followed when you said that you're only counting R's and Ums if they exceed 3. I think that's a great strategy because once or twice we are all humans and to err is human. So I believe once or twice, I think it will happen and it is okay. So I'm glad that you mentioned only those people names who exceeded thrice. Now I would like to call our timer DTM Rocky to share his report.
Madam General Evaluator, tonight, Fathom was supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes on her speech. She went 7 minutes, 9 seconds. John was supposed to be 5 to 7 and went 6 minutes, 20 seconds. For evaluating, Nora had 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Madhu had 3 minutes, 16 seconds. For table topics, Kathy was within time. Both Maria and Peng went over about 2 minutes 35 and 2 minutes 31. Definitely a praiseworthy effort for tonight, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Rocky. Please give him a big round of applause. I loved the way how you first said allotted time and then you said time taken. So this gave a much clearer view to the audience. And I loved how you mentioned even the seconds and especially highlighted the people who overshot the time. So a job extremely well done. Now I would like to call upon our grammarian for today, DTM Lee, to provide her report.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Congratulations, everyone. You did very well tonight. What praiseworthy efforts that everyone has put in. I'm going to share my screen to give you my report. The word of the day was praiseworthy. It was an adjective deserving approval and admiration. The word of the day was mentioned by 5 people, or 4 of them verbally, but 1 in the chat. Well done, everyone. In terms of expressions, these were, again, some of the notable expressions in terms of incorrect usage of grammar or expressions that I've noted. What I would like to note is the word Toastmasters or Toastmaster. As a person, we are Toastmaster. As a group or collective plural, we are Toastmasters. If we are referring to Toastmasters International or to a club, it's Toastmasters Club. So please just make sure that we do pronounce it clearly. In terms of Toastmasters of the day, the word is Toastmaster of the day. Very nice expressions by Somesh. Universe means one and verse is the language we say. We're bound by language of love and pi. Fatima, well done. I loved these 2 expressions that she had. What I highlighted in red was, again, I do apologize if I didn't hear clearly or correctly. The first sentence, you don't have to worry about what you can do, but think how you can serve to the others, to the most needy. So it's serve the most needy instead of, so you have to delete the word to. And I think I heard you mention we doesn't unity as a club. So I thought, what do you mean by we doesn't unity? But I think you meant to say we demonstrated unity as a club. John, we've all been there and we'll get there. You can come in anytime you like. It reminded me of the song Hotel California. You can check out anytime, but you can't leave. For some reason, it just stuck in my head. Yeah. Nice expressions as well. Quink, knowing what I now know. What I would like to challenge everyone is the use of rhetorical devices. Seeing that we are an advanced club, I had in my template alliteration, anaphora, apostrophe, simplose, idiom, rhyme, quotation, etc., etc., etc. So, but I haven't really heard any usage of this tonight. I would like to encourage everyone to use or include more rhetorical devices in your speeches. And that concludes my grammar report. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Lee. Please give her a big round of applause for her praiseworthy grammarian report. I felt as though I was sitting in an education session with a very famous English professor delivering lecture on the usage of English language. I really enjoyed it, and I also got a lot of information. I think it is something we always forget, that is to use rhetorical devices. I'm glad that you highlighted that. And I loved how you displayed your report as a slide. As I said, when we see, we remember it better. So I'm sure that even for next week, I'll remember your report. And I loved how you were always displaying your slide throughout the meeting, which had the word and its meaning and also the sentence. I think that motivated a lot of members to use it. Because last week and the previous week, I didn't notice these many people using the word of the day, and today many people have used. I think that is the reason for that. Very well done, Lee. Coming to the evaluation of the entire meeting, coming to the Toastmaster of the day, DTM Somesh. First of all, I loved the theme, unity in diversity. I think in a club where we have people of different countries, this was a very apt theme. And also I loved how you spoke about our club getting distinguished club status. I think this will certainly motivate guests to join our club and also encourage members to submit their awards so that we can reach the president's distinguished status very soon. And I also loved the way you expanded the word unity when you said uni was one, and you also told the meaning about verse. I didn't knew that, so this is something new which I learned from you. And I also loved your key message where you spoke about the language of love, and you told that every one of us are bound by love. I think that's why we are here, isn't it? Because of our love of public speaking. So you aptly highlighted that. And coming to our table topic master, Toastmaster Ruziana. I loved the concept of zero-based thinking, which you highlighted. That was also something new which I learned from you today. And I also loved the fact that all your topics had a philosophical touch when you ask people to reflect on their relationships, on their products, and also investment. So it was all about reflections, and it had a philosophical touch. Very creative way of conducting table topics. Hats off to you, Rosie. So with this, I conclude my evaluation. Over to our president, DTM Somesh.
What an excellent show again today. Another excellent show, another excellent meeting. Thank you so much for each and everyone who have attended and who have contributed. And again, coming back to the beginning, unity in diversity. This is the theme. And we are all united, even though we are all from different cultures, different countries, speaking different languages, brought up in different ways, but we are all bound by one. The life is the same, you know, even not just the humanity. If we consider animals, birds, trees, all the living things, they are based on consciousness, and it is a consciousness that unites everyone together. And on that message, I would like to conclude this meeting, and thank you all so much for joining today. Have a great day, night, evening.
Thank you, President.
Thank you so much.
Can we fill the roles for